Good early morning, fam. It's me. It's 6:16 a.m. over here on the East Coast in North Carolina, and I just wanted to come to you right quick and bring you the latest news and let you hear what President Trump had to say, and so that we can all be prepared and we can all be expecting what's coming next. So before I say anything else, I'm just gonna let you listen to President Trump. This is something that he did probably about maybe 3 or 4 hours ago. So just hold on. Let me let you hear this. I want every American to be prepared for the hard days that lie ahead. We're going to go through a very tough 2 weeks. And then hopefully, as the experts are predicting, as I think a lot of us are predicting after having studied it so hard, we're going to start seeing some real light at the end of the tunnel. But this is going to be a very painful, very, very painful 2 weeks. When you look and see at night the kind of death that's been caused by this invisible enemy, it's incredible. I was watching last night Governor Murphy of New Jersey say 29 people died today, meaning yesterday, and others talking about numbers far greater. But you get to know a state, I know New Jersey so well, and you 29 people, and hundreds in other locations, hundreds in other states. And this is going to be a rough 2 week period. As a nation, we face a difficult few weeks as we approach that really important day when we're going to see things get better all of a sudden. And it's going to be like a burst of light. I really think and I hope our strength will be tested and our endurance will be tried. But America will answer with love and courage and ironclad resolve. This is the time for all Americans to come together and do our part. This is Decision Tech. Hold on, I'm gonna see if there's anything else that's gonna come up after that ad. No, that was it. But I want y'all to hear that again. I want you to. I want to make sure. I want to make sure that you get what he said because it was real short. It's queuing back up. I want every American to be prepared for the hard days that lie ahead. We're going to go through a very tough 2 weeks. And then hopefully, as the experts are predicting, as I think a lot of us are predicting after having studied it so hard, we're going to start seeing some real light at the end of the tunnel. But this is going to be a very painful, very, very painful 2 weeks. When you look and see at night the kind of death that's been caused by this invisible enemy, it's incredible. I was watching last night Governor Murphy of New Jersey say 29. But that's it. And I want to read his statement to you. So hold on just a minute. No, that's not what I want. All right, this is coming from CNN. It says Trump warns of painful 2 weeks ahead as White House projects more than 100,000 corona deaths. President Donald Trump warned of a painful and tough 2 week stretch ahead as he extended nationwide distancing measures that, even if followed closely, could still mean more than 100,000 up to 240,000 Americans die from the coronavirus. It was a stark message from a president who spent weeks downplaying the severity of the virus and questions its potential impact in the United States. Trump did not minimize what has become the gravest public health crisis in decades during his remarks that stretched more than 2 hours on Tuesday. Instead, he advised Americans that darker days are still to come. I want every American to be prepared for the hard days that lie ahead. We're going to go through a very tough 2 weeks, Trump said, setting expectations for a dire fortnight where death rates spike. He was speaking during a White House news conference.
I want every American to be prepared for the hard days that lie ahead. We're going to go through a very tough 2 weeks. And then hopefully...
He was speaking during a White House news conference meant to formally reissue nationwide coronavirus guidelines after Trump, faced with dire models showing hundreds of thousands of potential American deaths, polls indicating support for social distancing and calamitous scenes at New York hospitals, determined another 30 days of social distancing were necessary to avert disaster. As he spoke, the top health officials on Trump's task force presented a series of slides showing their models for how the social distancing measures might help prevent potentially millions of deaths. But in a dire prediction, Dr. Deborah Birx said that even if the federal guidelines are followed precisely, between 100,000 and 240,000 deaths could still occur, a number that well surpasses the American death toll in the Vietnam War. As sobering a number as that is, we should be prepared for it, Dr. Anthony Fauci, another top medical expert on Trump's team, told reporters. We're going to do everything we can to get it significantly below that. So, based on what Trump said, based on what I just read, at least for the next 2 weeks, at least for the next 2 weeks, and he's talking about it's going to be a rough 2 weeks, it's going to be hard. You know, he gets into talking about how America's going to be tested, and how we just going to have to stand strong and how we're going to have to come together. And, we're going to have to cooperate with all of this stuff that, these social distancing measures and all of this stuff that they have in place. And because he made it sound so dire, everybody just be prepared for the possibility, the very, very strong possibility, if not probability, of martial law. And him just locking America down completely. And ushering in martial law. Just be prepared for it, because that's a very, very real possibility by the end of this week or the first of next week. So what they're saying is they're expecting this this real heavy spike in deaths over the next couple of weeks, and then after that it should start leveling out. Because the way he makes it sound is we're gonna have this rough 2 weeks, and the possibility of 100,000 to 240,000 deaths, and then just all of a sudden it's gonna lift, and things are gonna start to get better, and it's gonna be like light at the end of the tunnel and all of that. So just be prepared. So whatever you have not, use these next couple of days to do whatever you need to do so that you can be prepared, so that you can be ready, so that you can have everything that you need in your home for your family, just in case, the government does declare martial law, because it's sounding more and more like we might be headed in that direction. We are probably headed in that direction. So be prepared. Be prepared. Don't try to be heroes and all this kind of stuff. Yes, protect yourself, protect your home, protect your families or whatever. But, just we might just have to be still for a moment and just let this process carry itself out just to see what's going to happen. But we can't panic. We can't get emotional. We can't fall apart. We can't get steeped in fear. We've just got to wait and see what happens, but we've got to be prepared for the worst. And the worst right now is if they do declare martial law. So I just wanted to come to you. I just wanted to bring you this information. I'll have a link in the description box to this article and also to a video that you can see where Trump, where he says that part. Now, it was a 2-hour press conference where they talked about a whole lot of stuff. So, I just wanted you to hear that part so that you could hear for yourself how he's talking about what's going to take place over the next 2 weeks. So again, stay calm and, get your business mind on, get your business head right, and just prepare and be prepared, because this does look like we're headed towards martial law, and we're headed there. And if that's the direction we're going in, we're going real quick. Because I think they said so far we have like 3,000. I think it's somewhere between 3,000 and 3,500 corona deaths so far in the United States. Over 80,000 infections, but I think it's like at 3,000, somewhere between 3,000 and 3,500 actual deaths that they're saying can be attributed to corona. Now, we don't know the numbers. We don't know, we don't really know what's going on. Let's be honest. We don't really know what's going on. So all we can do is wait and see and be prepared while we're waiting and seeing. We might have to be prepared for internets to be shut down. You understand what I'm saying? For television programming to be interrupted. We just don't know what to expect, because in our day and time and in our lifetimes, we've never been through this. We've never experienced this. So we've got to be prepared for just about anything. But make sure you keep your phones charged. Make sure you keep your phones near you. You understand? Make sure, like I said, that you have everything that you need in your home for you and your family. And yes, make sure that you have what you need to protect yourself and your family. And we're just going to have to wait, take this one day at a time, and stay calm. We got to stay calm. Black folk, please stay calm. Don't get emotional. Don't get crazy. Don't get to talking about you going to go do this and you going to go do that. No, go handle your business and come on in the house. You've been in the house all this time. Just be prepared for whatever comes. And take it one day at a time, one step at a time. So I just wanted to bring y'all that to keep y'all up to date on what's going on. And as soon as I hear something else, as soon as some more information comes across, I'll make sure to get that out to y'all as soon as I possibly can. But again, be safe, be careful, and be prepared. And stay calm. Most of all, stay vigilant and stay calm. Y'all have a good morning.